Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival. I gotta tell you, I'm having so much fun playing this. And you guys' comments, each episode, radio, you might not want to do this, you might not want to do that. The advice that comes in is fantastic. It's just really fantastic. So I gotta tell you guys, again, as always, thank you so much. And if you're new and you're just kind of discovering the channel and the series and stuff, go ahead and make sure you check out the comment sections, especially if you have questions about how things are supposed to work. Because the folks we have in here are absolute geniuses. They're very good at what they're doing. I've got a different shape going on, and I'm going to rearrange things underneath the panel there. Let me show you what I've got going on here. Ta-da! So this is the shape. Cockpit's up here, which I have right up there. You saw me turning it all down last episode. The shape of it's going to change as we go along, but I've got a bit of a neck breaching out from the main body of the ship here, and I've been just kind of toying with the blocks and having some fun with that stuff. Give it kind of a almost a scaly look kind of to it, just the neck coming out. And then we'll put the cockpit up here. We're going to build a cockpit from scratch, and we've got, of course, the body here. The body is a little bit smaller than what it was before, and this will be the tail section and the entryway back here. But you can see I've got some block work going on right here. We've got some butts. There's a little butt right there. A little butt. But anyways, I'm working on getting everything kind of rearranged. We had the radiation going on last episode, and I don't think I'm going to get that radiation issue until I actually probably turn this thing on, and I don't want to get in the cockpit and have that happen. But there was some good points brought up. What I want to see is this block. I like being up here. I like placing the blocks by hand. I just like doing it that way. I'm sorry, but it's like that's what I like to do. If I take that out and that out and that out, oh yeah, look at there's all kinds of space down there. Okay, so what I've done and what I'm hearing from you guys is that generators work kind of like it's a battery. Basically, it's going to, one of them may be sending power to half of our thrusters. Do you want another one to another half of thrusters? Another one to some of the items on the ship that take power. So we need multiples in order to power the ship. So that's what I've got. I've got 4, and I'm hoping that's going to be enough. We'll see. Escape. There we go. I'm hoping it's going to be enough. So, oh, you know what? Can I stand that up? I think I just had it standing up, didn't I? I did. So then we go 1, 2, 3. I can lay one down. Like so. Okay. And then if I go back in here, I want to rearrange all of this stuff. Oh, this is a two-banger as well here. Okay, so, and it's the fuel tanks, if I'm not mistaken, that are giving me the radiation. You guys left it in the comments, and I forgot to look. I forgot to refresh my memory on it. Nevertheless, we're gonna put this guy right down in here. Maybe I should stand him up. Yeah, I'm gonna stand him up like so. I've got 2 of those, and then we have. Is this enough short-range fuel tank? Is that enough? I hope it is. We're going to put the short-range guy right down there. Now I've got a whole block between me and that, so I'm hoping that's going to be enough. I hope. And then we're going to take our Jennies. They just went right over here. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, radiation night. What do you know about that? What do you know about that? And we'll put one here, one here, one here. And let's see, can I squeeze one in over here? I'm not quite sure what this, I think this is the outer wall. That's probably going to go outside. Yeah, that goes outside. That's not going to work there. Okay, so maybe the last one we'll take and we'll place right over the top of this, right down the center here. I'm hoping that's not, if that's going to give me radiation, I could take this stuff out and I can fix it up. The cats are going berserk. I just got home from work. It was a rainy trip home all day today, which is fantastic. Those guys are going to go above ground. There was a few things you guys told me that you don't really need, like the fuel tanks. I don't need to have access to the fuel tanks, and you are 100% right about that. Let's go ahead and do this. One of these sides actually says ammo on it. I think it's this side here. Maybe not. There we go. We're going to do the ammo crates there. Number 5, we're going to do the larger crates in here. Yes. Yes. I could fit those in here. Wow, look at that. I could fit extra ones in there too. I could actually put some more in here. I could get 2 more in here. No, I can't. I can get 1 more. And then I've got an empty space. We'll leave the empty space there for now. Oh, here we go. That is a lot of storage, huh? Yeah, let's go like that. We'll go like that. Okay. I'm hoping that's going to solve my radiation problems. If not, what it is it's going to be this Jenny right here is going to give me problems. So we'll see what happens. But that's what I've got going on right now. Okay, next thing I want to do, the cockpit's going to be up here. We can come up here, and we know now that when we get off the cockpit, if we get into it the correct way, we should land right next to it and not fall out. So I've got enough space here for what I feel is a way to get through here. I've got a block of room here to get through. So I'm good with that. That may change, of course, as we move forward here on the design. But so far, so good. All right, so next step I got to do is figure out where I'm going to go from this shape here to kind of encompass what I need to do for the door. And we know now, I believe I've got this set up as high as I have to have it. No, it needs to go up 1 more block, and then I will know exactly how tall this has to be. It needs to go up 1 more block. So technically the next block that would be up here is going to be this rounded guy right here. This guy should go right up on top of this, pretty much right there, like that. And that should be enough to cover the door up. I would hope. I would hope that's going to be the case. All right, tell you what, I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to work on this some more. I'm going to bring you back. My hope is to have it mostly designed in this episode, and then if need be, we'll finish it up in the next episode and take it out for a test flight. But that's the kind of the concept I've got going so far. This storm is amazing. I love how green everything gets. It's just incredible. It's really cool. All right, I'll be right back. Not a whole lot of progress, but a bit of progress. I've shaved off 2 blocks off the bottom. It's going to get to be a little too heavy on top for me right now, because I've got to go up so high to get through that door. That's the thing, is the door really does take up. You've got to go up this high, and then if I want to have this on my floor, I would love to be able to just come with the ceiling here, but it's not going to work that way. If I keep just bringing this towards me, eventually it says I can't place a block. Oh, look at that, I can now. No, see, I can't walk through here. If I get too many blocks in here, I can't do that. I could go with a lower grade block on top. I could go with something smaller, one of these guys, but this is where we're going to be reducing hit points. But then again, how often are we going to be getting shot from above? That's kind of what I'm wondering right now, is if it's okay to do something like this, because I may be able to get away with not having as big of blocks on the side. You know what I mean? I just don't want to be... What are we doing? What are you doing here? I don't want to get too bulky with it. And I feel like that's what keeps happening with me. I feel like I can't build it as big as I want to build it. I'm just running into some snags here and there in the design, that's all. No big deal. I can figure it out. I will figure it out. I always do. But yeah, so we have to come out this far on the edges here, because we do want a row of our equipment on these sides right here. And then I do want a little bit of a gap right here before we head into the cockpit. I want that as well. I want it all. So I'm going to keep on working at it. I changed the back a little bit too. Let me take you around back and show you the back end too, because it did make some changes there also. We did have kind of a tail coming off here, and now I shrunk that down and pulled it in. And once I get all this put together, the main structure, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put short wings that come out and back on the sides. And that's where our thrusters are going to go. And then I want some rear thrusters back here, and some of these blocks will disappear. Like maybe this one right here will go away, and then we'll have a thruster right in the back end here, or right there as well. for, you know, I don't know, one on each wing and then one in the back for forward thrust. We need side thrust. Just a couple on top to bring us down, if any, even if that many, and then a few on the bottom as well. The bottom ones can go actually right down here, and I do want landing gear on this guy too. So yeah, I'm being picky about it, but I'm trying to wrap my head around on what it's like to build a ship. So stick around, I'll be right back. Welcome back. It is my second day of recording. We've got our monsoon rolling through Arizona, and it has got power outages and all kinds of stuff going on. So it's kind of a weird, time of the year where we get these big storms that roll through in the afternoon, do a lot of lightning strikes and stuff like that. So it just gets kind of crazy. I've been working on the ship. It's morphed. Oh God, I don't know how many times it's morphed in shape and and the way it looks and everything else. But this is what where I'm at the moment. We come down a little bit so you guys can look at the undercarriage a little bit too here. It's changed a lot, but I'm pretty happy with the way it's turning out right now. The neck's not quite as long as I originally had it, and it's not really scoping upwards. It is inside, but it's not on the outside. So I'm going to take you inside real quick and show you what I've got going on in here. And then, of course, you guys, as always, feedback is definitely wanted. I'm hoping I can finish this in today's record time so I can get the episode out so you guys can tell me what you think. So we've got a lot of extra space up inside here. Excuse me. The thing that I had a problem with down below here, for my taste anyways, is that it was getting really tall. Just to be able to get through the ship was getting to be too tall for me. So I thought, you know what? Stretch it out on the sides a little bit and kind of bow it out on both sides, and it gives it more of a ship feel to me. I like the way that looks. With the sides kind of jutted out like that, and I rounded everything off. It's like this, I don't know. It's just this very rounded looking ship, that's for sure. Up underneath here, where I've got the platform for the cockpit, I've kind of rounded it all out with the curved blocks and then the inside curved blocks as well. If you don't know which ones I'm talking about, I am referring to this guy and this guy right here for underneath here. This guy is also being used inside as well. And it's worked out pretty good. Right now, I was kind of working on the glass and trying to figure out how to do the cockpit window itself, because we're going to need it. And it's the reinforced glass too. What is it called actually? It is called armored windows. The armored window blocks. These are armored window blocks as well. So we've got a little window here. I might put vent covers over the top of those just to add a little extra spice to it, and have that going for us. But anyways, we're going to come back in. The back of the ship might extend a little bit further from here out, just past this ramp right here, for the sole fact that I want to put the... I'm thinking about putting our rear thrusters, 4 of them in here to go forward. So we could have 2 thrusters here, 2 thrusters here. So I kind of left that voided and empty for that. Over here, I'm not exactly sure, but we're going to do something off the side here that we could put thrusters, our forward thrusters, in this area up in here. Matter of fact, I might even put them right inside there. We'll see how big they are and which thrusters we decide to use. I know one thing, I'm going to need a lot of power to push this thing along, because it is pretty much all the metal blocks. If we go tab, it's pretty much all these guys right here, hardened steel. I'm trying to remember what I talked about yesterday and what I'm talking about today. Over here, we walk in, and up we go, and we're in the cockpit now, and we should be able to sit in this seat and then be ejected out of the seat right next to the cockpit. And that's kind of what I'm going for and what I want to continue to go for here as well. But coming up with this design is it's a thing. It's a thingamabob for sure. I'm going to see if I can do some of this with you on camera. I don't know. We'll see. I think as I continue to play the game and get a feel for it a little bit more, it's going to come along a little bit better. That needs to come back to here, and that one needs to spin around right there, and then we need to come into this one right here, like so. What I've noticed about the blocks, and although I've got 5 seasons on this game, I don't have a whole lot of time on the game. If you pick one row of blocks, they tend to start to fall into place with each other quite well. Like you can see that one there, and then right here, that one's going to fall into place, and then this one here, you have to spin it a little bit, but otherwise it's in pretty good shape, and it does that all the way around your build. So it's actually pretty darn handy. And what did I do there? I did this rounded one here, and then Do I have the same amount of blocks here? Corner? Oh, I don't. I have one extra block over on this side than I do on this side here. This is the wrong block right here. Boop. And we're gonna, nope. We're gonna go back to here. And we're gonna grab this guy right here. Like so. And then this guy right here, like so. Nope, 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 nope. There we go. I'm a little rusty. It's been 24 hours since I played. I've only been on for a few minutes to get kind of warmed up, and obviously I didn't warm up enough. And then underneath here, what we can do is we can come up with this guy right here. Get him to stand up. Boom, we can come in just like that, and that kind of curves that out and finishes that off, and we've already got that over on this side, so I must have been a little bit ahead on that side as opposed to this side. But it gives the undercarriage kind of a streamlined look under the cockpit here, and then it gets a little beefier, of course, back here, and then, of course, we've got our power supplies and everything back up underneath there. And then our landing gear will come off the side down below here. We'll probably take out, oh, I would think, these two blocks right here. We'll build something that comes out and extends a little bit for landing gear to go onto, and then I want a landing gear up front, so that'll come off the front here and come down, and we'll work that out as well. So we'll have landing gear on this ship. I want to try to do a little bit of everything on this ship. You can see how I've rounded out the inside too. I really like how this looks right here. I'm not super happy with this block right here, but at the same time it's okay. Matter of fact, oh, you know what, I think I have to have that there, though. Yeah, well, maybe not. Maybe not. Let's, I got the right block on. Let's try this guy right here. Well, we can do this guy. Oh, beautiful. But he doesn't line up with this one here. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, I've got to have that one there. That's why that other one is there. See, I find myself going back and forth and just readjusting the shape of the body itself. And it's pretty cool. I'm really having a great time with this shipbuilding process, and we'll just put you back where you were right there. Bingo, just like that. Okay, we'll leave it the way it is. Yeah. I guess what I could do is I could take this one out there and match it up with the other side. I could do this guy out of here and this guy out of here, and then put that guy right there and that guy right there, and that way all four corners inside the ship look the same. Thing is this block is made to take this guy right here, turn him sideways, and then bring him all the way down, and I don't need to do that. I'm going to keep as much space as I can in here. I'm thinking maybe I could put a bed in here. I don't know. Let's go back up front into the cockpit. I've got this here. This has been my guide the whole way along, just to make sure I've got enough headroom to get in and out of the cockpit area here. I think what I could do possibly here is square that off a little bit. That's probably going to help me in the long run, is to just get this squared off on the inside with for the glass that I've got to do around here. And I don't know that I need glass all the way. Part of me thinks this block right here is not going to be able to stay, that it's going to be in the way. Let's go ahead and work up on top here a little bit too. Nope, no. Why did you place it? Why did you place that? You could see it's not facing the right direction. There you go, like that, and like this one's probably going to have to round out right there, like so. That would be my guess right there. So right here, well, let's go back to this one here. Let's start down here at the far end and work our way back. And then back to this one here. That block could change out. That one there could possibly change out. Because we do want we're going to have the glass angle outwards. I was messing here around with just some of the different types of glass that we have available to us. They've got some really neat pieces that I've never used before, and just wanted to see how they line up. This glass right here happens to be this connector A and connector B. They're pretty cool. I mean, you can get some pretty cool shapes going on in here if you play with the blocks enough and kind of figure out how it's supposed to go. I don't feel like this is going to be far enough out for me just yet. Okay, the cockpit is put together. Glass across the front and along the sides, to give us optimal viewing pleasure around the edges. Each one of those is 150 hit points, I think is what it is. So it's not fabulous, but it's good. It'll work. So now we need to close this off. Yeah, we need to close it off. So we're going to go ahead and do just a regular block here, and we're going to do one of these guys on the front, like so. And then, actually, you know what? We could just do these guys right down the side here, and that's going to work out perfect. Just like that. And we'll do the same thing over here. Still going to close up the side wall here on this side. I use the... you know what? Maybe what I'll do is add... Well, we could do something like that right there. No, that doesn't fit right. Not at all. Okay. I'd like to round that out a little bit is what I'd like to do. We could use this here. It's going to cover a part of our window though, but I think that's okay. I think overall it looks good. It's going to look good from the outside anyways. Oh, come on. There we go. God, maybe not. Maybe I should just leave it as is without these corner ones in here, because they do kind of give a gap over the edge. There's got to be something I can use in here. Let's take a look at these blocks real quick. Let's take... No. I do that every time. Let's see here. Let's take a look at these blocks again. What about this guy right here? No, he's a little too... Well, he comes out just as far as the other guy does, so he's no good. He's no good for us. What about a little something like this right here? Maybe something like that right there. That way we don't cover up the whole window, but we do give it a bit of a curvature inside there. It's not perfect. It's not exactly what it's supposed to be, but it does give it a little bit of something in there to give it some curve. Let's go inside. I had to move the cockpit back one block because of the glass, which is fine. It's okay. I do have a concern about leaving the cockpit, though, and seeing where we actually land in here. Because when we come in, it's a tight fit through here, but that's okay. That's no big deal. Get him! Get him! Shoot him down! Bam! Into the drink he goes. Glug, 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 glug. Yeah, it had to come back one because this glass right here is not high enough for this to sit up into that area. The cockpit needs a certain amount of space. Looks like about a two block height completely, and this block right here is, of course, keeping it from being able to move up there. So what we can do, though, is we can put just this guy right here in there. Boom, just like that. A little added protection for our feet. And we do that right there. And now we need to finish up the corners here. Let's see. We had this guy in there, but then we can't build on top of him. He's not going to look right being built up on top of. So what do we use to make this look right? What if we use something like this guy right here? He's going to give us a little extra space. Up to... No, that's not going to work. We got to think about this window up here. This window needs a curve to it. So let's go back out and get F5 on and see what we're going to use for that. I think I just mentioned, I tried using the, what is it called? The Symmetry build? The Symmetry plane? And, I don't know, for me, for my imagination, it gets in the way. It just gets in the way. I can't see the entire ship, so it drives me kind of crazy. So when I build without it, I'm really eager or real careful to put blocks on this side and put blocks on the other side in the same spot. The thing about it is that if I make a mistake over here and I zap the blocks out, they don't zap out on the other side. They're still there. So, I mean, I have to get, it's something I have to get used to. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. For me, for this first ship build, I like to walk around constantly. I'm always looking at both sides, you know? It's not just the one side that gives me the, I guess, the inspiration to build. So, I mean, I like it. I do. But it's just something I'm going to have to get used to. That's all. It's just something I'm not used to yet, so no big deal there. And F5 is another thing I'm really working on trying to get the hang of using too, because it is a handy tool, and I've lowered my sensitivity. Not quite as sensitive as I was, but it just, you know, sometimes it just gets me. It just kind of gets me. All right, so I need to come up from here. We know we have a block that we could use for that right there, but that's not going to work down the corner there where these two curves meet up. What if... Hold on a second. Let's start here. Let's start right here. I could do something like that right there, and we could round it out right there like that, just like that. We really could do something just like that. I think that would be a pretty simple thing to do, and it would look good too. So we do that right there, and then we come back with these guys right here, and that seals up our top part. Now down here, part of me just wants to do this right here and that right there, and that kind of just finishes it off right there. You know, it's got a couple of square blocks in it, but overall it does not look bad. I like how the ship has turned out. I'm pretty pleased with it, and like I said at the beginning, it's morphed quite a few times here. Ooh, we need more blocks. Let's go get some more blocks. Dun, 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 dun. Couple of minigun drones shot down out in the bay. Love it. Thank you, turret. Which we have to still do. We still have to get our turrets set up properly here. Looking for some blocks for the SV. Let's go with 100 of them, and we'll use those up anyways. Let's go inside real quick while that's cooking up. I was just let's grab our stamina back so we don't use up our food. And let's see, how are we doing in food anyways? Here we need. There we go, 498. I need more vegetables. I've got all of this grain, and I'm not using it for anything. It's mostly for the plastic is what I've noticed. Oh my god, these guys are ready again? I love that. I mean, it grows really fast. It does. I'm probably not as diligent about coming in here and picking this stuff as I should be. But... Like the fiber. Look, the fiber's ready to go too. I picked it when I first got on today. It's been a couple hours, so it's grown a couple of times. But I'm just making these vegetable cans here. Oh, I need the spice too. I need spice. While those blocks are being made up, we're going to just kind of fill up our... I eat a few things, and I come in here, and I pick the farm, and I make a few more things. And, you know, eventually I wind up getting a little bit ahead of myself and get a good supply of food going is what I'm trying to say, I guess. So I'm gonna just I just tell it to do a bunch, and then I just throw them in here. And you can see I've got ratatouille, I've got this. The emergency rations, the only thing that I find to be difficult with those guys, because we can't grow it, is the hot beverage. The hot beverage. They require a hot beverage. Fruit juice, easy. Energy bar. Oh, energy bars too. You have to have plant protein, which we can get out in the bay. I could just put the hover drone on and go underwater, and I could pick the seaweed like crazy, and that is the stuff we need. That's going to be the for the energy bars. We need it for the energy bars, and then the salami is not so difficult to make either. But yeah, the most difficult one I think is probably the buds that you need for the hot beverages. Yeah. But it's not that big a deal. It's not that big a deal. I need to go out and tree chopping again anyways. So we'll do that eventually as well. I love it when he does that. He sounds so satisfied. Boop. Get him! Get him! Bam! We should check that ammo, see how it's doing. We don't get attacked very often. Not as much as it used to be. Yeah, he's got a few rounds to play with in there. All right, so our ship is coming to... Oh, another thing I changed too, guys, is this door. Then I don't have to get so wide with the ship that the door is... I have to have like 2 blocks out in order to cover the door up. I only need the 1. It fits in here perfectly. It doesn't hit me in the head, and it's airtight. So that works out really great to have the shutter door on here. I'm pretty happy about having the shutter door. I was going to put some blocks in right over here, right? Yeah, I need 1 more. Tab. And give me those blocks back. Thank you very much. And boom, just like so. Am I able to use... We tried this guy once already. I'm just curious. If I do that, that gives me a little bit of wiggle room down here at the bottom. We'll take a look and see what it looks like on the outside. It shouldn't look bad because, I mean, we've got the square corner out there anyways. So this should work out okay. Come on now. There we go. Yeah, that should work out just fine. And it gives me, like I said, just a little bit of headroom up here. A little bit. We might even be able to change this out to the rounded one now that we've done that. Maybe. Maybe. This is what I've been doing. This is what's just... Yeah, no. We're not gonna change it out to the rounded one. That looks great just the way it is right there. I like that. That's good. What we could do is we could put a couple of navigational beacon lights right there and one on the other side, and that would just give that just a perfect look. Overall, though, it's together. It's in good shape. This block is incorrect. This block is my worst nightmare. It is just my absolute worst nightmare. That's not the right one. We need this one here. I don't know what it is about him, but it makes me mad. And then I put it in perfectly the first time. I've got to be right up on that block just to see what it is I'm doing. It's a thing. It's got to be that. It's got to be that way. Now down here, what I thought about doing here on these windows is we've got these little curves. Oh, whoa, wait. Oh, I made the wrong thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and F5. I need those grates that you put over the... I think I can put them over the glass. I hope I can. If I can't, it's no big deal. It's not that big a deal. It's not gonna, bother me too much. This is off. Saving power. Speaking of which, I've not checked the power in quite some time. Okay, so let's go to blocks. Shutter window blocks. Let's make up SVHV. Let's make up 10 of them and see how those turn out. Let's go check on the power. Actually, we could do it right from here. We just do it right from here. 15%. Oh, look at that. You know what? It's doing really well with these power saving modes that you guys taught me. It really does do a nice job of conserving power. I haven't put fuel in there. 9-10 hours of gameplay, probably. So that's pretty good. I mean, it's using a little bit, just a smidge each day, but it's not much. It's not much at all. So we're doing pretty good there. We can put these other blocks, these guys right here, inside there. And then how are we doing over here on this stuff? Oh, beautiful. You guys are done already. Awesome. All right, let's save some more power. I love that function. And the trap doors, those look interesting too. I think the trap doors might be something fun to kind of fool around with. Boom, boom. Even I don't know if they're airtight or not, but it's something to look into. Vertical transparent, slope transparent. Is there not a rounded one? Oh, I thought for sure there was a rounded one. Slope. Slope, non-transparent, non-transparent, non-transparent. I see. Vertical, transparent, false, airtight. Okay, so these are airtight. Oh, wow. Okay, that is really good to know. See, I'm saying there's all kinds of blocks that I'm pulling up that I've never looked at before. And it's really interesting to see what they're... You see them in bases and things like that, but you don't know what they do. Oh, that is awesome. So we do have some airtight ones like that. All right, so we're done with the shell of the ship is complete. It's in. It's ready to go. Now, let's work on landing gear. I think what I said was I wanted landing gear... If I take that out and that out, that's good. Okay, those two are good there. And this one and this one. Something like that right there. And then we're going to want to come out a little bit like so. Oh, am I putting those in all this? I am. Oh, man, I tell you. Can't laugh at yourself. Who can you laugh at? I tell you who you can't laugh at. Nobody. Can't laugh at nobody. All right, let's try that again. With the correct blocks this time. Yeah. Did I do this? I did the same thing on both sides. Okay, so then we're going to take these guys back out. And we're going to go ahead and come back here. And use... Oh, what do I use? What would these look like? That's gonna get a little weird, I think. Let's go ahead and try these guys out. Like so. And then come up here with this as well. Like that. A little something for our landing gear to sit on. I didn't even know how big the landing gear is, for Pete's sake. That would have been probably a good thing to do. Okay, so obviously I built this backwards. No, I didn't. No, I'm good. I'm good. Obviously. Obviously, you don't know what you're talking about. Something like that. That's pretty simple right there. For the rear, we should probably get them. Let's go get the landing gear and see just exactly how big the landing gear is. I want to use the since it's a larger ship. You guys are probably thinking, "Oh my God, he's never going to get this thing off the ground," and I don't doubt that sometimes. We have 3. That's exactly how many I need. I'm going to throw those back in here. I love having all this different stuff. Oh, you know what else we're going to need? We're going to need a couple of lights for sure. We've got the oxygen tank out there already. Oh, RCSs. Okay, yes, RCSs. That's what we need. We need some RCSs. I need 6 of those. I forgot about those, but I know exactly where we're going to put them. I think I've got plenty of space for those. Boom, RCSs. We're on SV still. Beautiful. And let's do... Oh, these don't turn into these, huh? Let's do 3 of them. We're gonna do 3 of them up. What does that take, anyways? Oh, nothing. No big deal. No big deal on those. That's fine. That's fine. Let's make a couple of those. And RCSs. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm having so much fun. I'm really getting into the shipbuilding. I really enjoy it. I tell you what, I'm not going to say I haven't gone through some frustrating moments where I'm like, oh my God, why don't you just come together? And my biggest problem is that instead of starting at one end of the ship and working my way all the way down and around and back, and then going up next level, down and around and back, I've been kind of jumping around from the back to the front to the side, and just trying to get all those different designs to come together gets to be pretty difficult. So it's better if I just, you know, stick to one side and work my way around and just keep working my way around. At least that's what works for me. Same thing with the base. When I build a base, that's exactly what I do. But with the ship, you know, I was like, oh, what about if the back looks like this? And I'm like, oh, I'm over here by the front. What if the front looks like this? And pretty soon, you know, you got all these different designs and you like them all, but it's like, okay, this doesn't fuse together well. That's kind of what I was coming up with the first go through. Boy, that's gonna take a little while, huh? We'll come back and get the rest of them. I'm good. Let's head on over. Let's head on over. And then we got to pick thrusters. Hoo-hoo, now that is exciting. Okay, what do you guys like here? What are you guys like? Oh, sweet mama, you're... Oh, I like how they look. Oh, so that's a good four-banger right there, is what that is. I need a name for her too. We got to name her, right? That's one thing I've not been good about this season of building anything, is having names for stuff. I usually name everything, and it's you guys that help me name it. Like that right there. And I'm wondering, I'm going to have to go with the same size landing gear here, I think. Which direction should I go, though? I think, you know what? I got a great idea. Let's go like this here. Nope, not you. I appreciate your efforts, but not you. And let's do that one right there. And then we need our landing gear back. F5. Down we go. Oh, I just pushed myself out of the way. I'm getting all chubby. Back it up. There we go. There we go. There we go. F5. I don't like this block right here. You know what? Keeping with our rounded theme, we could probably get away with this guy right here, like so. Not on the back though. We'll leave the back squared off because well, you know what we can do here? We can do, bam, just like that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that is good stuff right there. And what are we gonna do on the ends here? How about a little something like that right there, huh? Just for the fun of it, man. Just because it's fun to do. Boom, like that. A little something where the nuts and bolt housings are in that hold the landing gear onto the ship itself. Now, will it stand on that and not fall forward? That's a real good question. If it doesn't, we can always, you know, fly and fix it and make it work. Welcome back. I'm making up a couple of thrusters right now just to see what they look like. I have no idea what size they are or anything like that, so that's something I need to take into consideration. Armor stand. Oh, you know what I need to do first before I even get started on this? I need to get these guys put into place here too. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just like that. Yeah, 6 RCSs. I hope that's going to be enough. I hope. Armor stand we'll put right there. And the fridge can go right next to that. So we're done changing our armor. We can get a little something to eat. Let's go back to tab. I think I've got some of these lighter weight blocks. My thing is I want this to be up to where I feel like I'm, you know, able to see it. So the fridge is up there. And then we should probably have a storage container here. In between them like that. I don't know if that's the side that lights up though. It looks to me like it's got the lights on the edges here, possibly. I hope so. And then we'll do another storage container on the other side of this right here. And there we go. And then I want my constructors over here on this side. Am I able to put a bed in here? And the cloning chamber. You guys seem to think the cloning chamber would work in here too. Let me see if I can get a cloning chamber or medic bay put in here. I'm very curious about this. It doesn't show up on here, but if I go to everything, let's grab these guys right here too. Oh, these are the fun. These are so much fun to play with. CV and base. CV base. HV. That's for the HV as well. So there is no... Yeah, there's no cloning chamber for the SV. Huh. Alright. What's this here? Land claim device. Oh. Okay. Alright. What's that? Well, that's a capital vessel. Oh my god, that's gorgeous. I love that. Alright, let's go back into here. Thrusters. I've got this small thruster that we took off a different ship. Thruster block M. A group of blocks add to toolbar and press. It always says that. 80 kilowatts of power. 45. I'm just wondering if this is going to be enough. If I got 6 of these in the bottom, is that going to be enough? I feel like if I had 2 of these on top, it would be enough to lower us. But I need oomph to get off the ground. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make one of those. And I'm going to make 6 of those. And these guys are going to go underneath. I may be way off. I don't know what this stuff means. Okay, 80 kilowatts of power. Okay, so is that a lot? Is it going to get me off the ground? I hope. You know what I mean? Jelly bean. Let's go back out here. I know nothing about spaceships and spacecraft. The landing gear may need to go out a little bit further. It almost may need to come out this far right here. One more out to give it just a little bit better look. As I run up to it and look at it, I feel like it needs to be a little bit a broader stance on these back ones here. Probably. Okay, so I put those guys in. There was other things I needed to place in the ship as well. Or did I get everything? Everything we need? Is everything in here? We've got a fridge. A food processor. Would a food processor fit in here? I don't know. I'll have to look at that and see too. But a food processor wouldn't be bad to have kind of right over here. You know, that wouldn't be too bad of an idea to have something like that going on. And I think I can place metal plates. Do I have those on me? I do not. Let me gather a few more things and I'll come back. This is gonna look good. This is gonna work out just great. It's gonna work out just great. I'll be right back. Welcome back. We've put udders on our cow. Oh man. Yeah, so that's I don't know, do you think 4 is enough? Well, I guess we'll find out, huh? When we let it go and it's on the ground and we put fuel in it, if it can't get up off the ground with those 4 thrusters, then we know we have to add at least a couple more. And I was thinking maybe the other 2 could go, put one right here. It's 2 blocks apart for these guys. And I don't like the fact that I've just... The core is sitting right there too. We need to get another block in there. Boom. Like so. Yeah, we could get away with that guy right there. I want to go with a 6 and see how it does, and if it's too much, I could take some of it off. Oh my gosh, yeah, let's get some blocks up in here. Like so. There we go. And the thing is we've got an even number here, so I don't have... There's nothing between that and there. Okay, so I'm going to go like that right there. Let's get these guys back. We've got 2 up front there. We're going to put 2 right here. I'm not even trying the other ones. The other ones are going to go on the top. I figured they'll be good enough to probably get us like that. And then I guess our kind of our happy medium is going to be, I guess, right about here, huh? That's about the happy medium right there. Like that right there. Thrusters like that. Now, how big are these guys? Holy moly. Okay. And this guy? Holy cow. Have I overdone it? Will two of something like this be enough to push me? Probably so, huh? It looks massive. What do I have here? what have I made? This is a 3x7x3. 300 kilowatts, 210 kilowatts. This is the smaller of the two, but it's also the bigger. Isn't it? Wasn't it? No, it's not. So this guy is massive. That's a big engine. I think I could squeeze 4 of these guys together. Oh, wow. Alright, another hour or so has gone by. I have the forward thrusters and rear thrusters installed. They stick out a little bit for looks, pretty much, just for the looks. We can come back with these guys right here and do a little something like this over here. Just to give them a little extra protection from the side if something were to happen. Not so much on this, but in the inside it looks pretty good that way, I think. There's a little swoop coming in there. Back here, I'm going to leave this open. If need be, what we could do is we could make some smaller thrusters and add to this here. I don't know how big they are. I'd have to look into that, and we'll figure that out when the time comes. What we need to do, though, is the landing gear definitely needs to come out a little further. I think it looks a little awkward where it is right now. It needs to actually come out. These need to come out, I would say, at least... This has taken me a long time to build, and it's been a ton of fun building it. It really has been a lot of fun putting this little puzzle together here. And it's really the only first SV I've built. Oh my god. Have you been drinking? There we go. F5. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I feel like the front landing gear might need to... I don't know how I'm going to get the front landing gear to come out any further forward, to be quite honest with you. I just don't know. But in all essence, it is ready to go. I've got the upward thrusters. What we don't have yet is the downward thrusters. These guys right here. I was just going to put some small ones on here for now, just to see kind of how the whole ship works. We're going to have to make some adjustments as we go, I'm sure. But what if I were to put these guys, say, right... Well, for now, what we could do is we could put them right here. Just like that. Come on, up you go. There we go. Something like that right there. So now I have my up thrusters, down thrusters, side to side, front and back. And I don't know how much power we'll have. I'm pretty sure the landing ramp will probably come pretty darn close to what we need for it on the ground. We'll see. If anything else, it's going to be nice to be able to just, you know, hop up on it and be inside the ship. We've got our gear stowed away. There's more storage chests we can add. The cockpit's installed. Glass is in. You know what? I wonder if could we check airtight? We should be able to do that. Are we airtight? Yes, we are. We are definitely airtight. If I open this, it still shows us airtight. Very cool. All right, very awesome. So let's go back to N. We can get that out of there. Excellent. All right, there's one more thing I would like to do with you. We're not going to be able to fly it today. I know some of you are going to be disappointed about that. I'm disappointed. I didn't know it was going to take me as many hours as it has to do this, but I am finding myself to be extremely picky about this, and I love it. I love it, love it, love it. But we will fly it next episode for sure. I think it's these guys right here. Oh, jeez. There we go. Yeah. These stay for everything, right? Yeah, everything. Okay, depending on what you're pointing at, depicts the size of the piece of metal that you're using. I want to do these guys down the side here to the back and over here too. It's going to kind of hide that... Oh, I need one more. I don't have enough. I'm going to hide these, whatchamacallits here. Give us a little metal on the sides like that. That's going to look good. And then we can do, I'll probably do more storage. Tell me if there's anything else you guys can think of that I should put in here. I figure if we put a few more storage in here, holy crap, we're going to have storage coming out our ears because there's 5 of them, 6 of them under here, and we've got more over here. So we have a ton of storage. Oh, I'm really concerned. I think I'm going to get radiation problems with that. If that happens, we can readjust what we have down here under the floor. No big deal there. But I think I have everything I can do. We can't do a bed. Beds do not go in SVs. SVs are kind of limited as to what you could put in there. So a capital vessel, I think, is really where I want to go next. And then get a smaller... I know. I just thought I'd try big. Building big with a ship. And so far, I feel like I'm a happy medium. Our capital vessel will be much bigger than this because I do want to be able to put an SV in it and a hover vehicle in it. Especially a hover vehicle drill. So we're going to have a cargo bay sizable enough to park at least 2 ships in. This guy here, we're going to have fun with him. We're going to have some fun with him. Use him around the planet here, hopefully, if he flies. See what he does. But have some fun with him for sure. But I think that's where I got to leave it today. We've got a little more work left to do on the ship. We do. I want to seal up all these areas that you see these gaps and stuff in. We could probably use some lighter blocks underneath here, under the belly of the ship. We could probably use these guys right here. And they would probably be okay to protect the ship. I just wanted the engines out a little bit just so they were exposed so you could see them. I know it's not the safest thing in the world to do, but I like the way they look. I do. I do. Oh, wow. That was a lot of fun. I have had just a ton of fun building this gal right here. What should we call it? What do we call it? I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, hit that like button for me. Comment, subscribe, and share. I'm the Radio Man 03. Have an awesome, fantastic, and a superb day, and I look forward to talking to you again next time.